Okay, so the color grading tool here is the most powerful tool, but only if it's used in combination with other tools, because that's how your images look really unnatural really quickly. You add in warmth into the highlights, maybe blue into the shadows, but the colors aren't balanced, and it just looks icky and muddy and definitely not consistent. And that's because you don't know how to use color grading with other tools, okay? So most photographers think they know Lightroom really well, but when it comes to creating styles, there's this whole world of different techniques. I've made the world's first program for building your style. So you get all these different styles and we learn the why behind adjustments, in depth about color. It's the fastest way to get to the style you want, because when you understand like color theory so well and you learn Lightroom so in depth, and then you know all these different styles, you know how to pick the right edit for the photo. Okay, so some photos just suit different editing better because we have all these different styles in one place, and just really speeds up learning. It really lets us skip the guessing. We immediately just have transparency and knowledge on how to get these styles, because we have so many pros teaching. I'm there making sure people can get these pros results onto their images. It's a really foolproof way to get your style, a course that every single photographer needs. Let me know if you have any questions, and catch you. So let's cover what color grading does here. So as you can see, we've got the shadows, we've got the midtones, and the highlights. What are the highlights? Let's add in yellow, very common, into the highlights. Now we've got midtones, let's add in a pink. We've got shadows, let's add in a blue. Okay, so what's going on here is that we've got our highlights over here, the midtones, and the shadows. So this is a gradient. So this is the whites over here, blacks over here. You can see it in the histogram here. So if we were to darken this, you can see how the histogram's behaving. We just make everything a shadow, brighten it to the mids. Okay, so this just represents the pixels in our image. Midtones, shadows. Okay, so we could grab this tool here, for example, drag it from the highlights to the midtones to the shadows, and then if we're working with a normal image, for example, we've got some highlights, we've got some midtones, we've got some shadows. Okay, so back to learning color grading. So we have the shadows, we've got some blues, we've got some pinks in the middle, the midtones, and highlights. Now we do have this panel with all three of these visible at once, but I find this very hard to work with it. You need to click into them. It's great to just get a sense of what is happening, but you just need to click into them to get fine-tune adjustments. So we've also got the global here. So this is just adding, say, green to your entire image. You're not separating the color zones. Okay, so we go back. We've also got luminance here. So this is the brightness of the whole image. Also got luminance, say, just for the midtones. And then we've got, as you can see, these are a bit more complicated, the blending. So do we want to overlap these colors or keep them very separate? See how they're quite separate? Now we can overlap them a lot, and we just overlap them so much that it looks like the pinks have gone. But we could just like overlap them a little bit. Now balance. If we come back to this one, we can actually see, okay, do we want to favor this? Go this direction. Do we want to favor this? Go that direction. And then in the middle, we're a bit more pink. And then also you can see this is the brightness here in these sliders. Now, practically, I don't like using these because you kind of forget they're there, you know, like the shadow, the highlights could be down like this, and then I could be doing all sorts of editing up here in the sliders, and then just completely forget this adjustment is here. So for that reason, I don't like using it. You've got more than enough tools to work with brightness and contrast up here. Okay, perfect. So we can turn on and off if we want to see what we're doing. Okay, so where does this come into play? I've got lots and lots of examples. I've been doing this for like 8 years now. So for this example, on and off, you can see the photographer is going really strongly for these bluish greens. Okay, I love these bluish greens, and it's coming from more blue in the shadows and a little bit of blue in the highlights. Let's bring it back, and now we've got nice bluey greens. Now, like I said, these tools are when you want to get more advanced, you have to learn how each one of these tools overlap with each other. So we're also doing work up here, like we are desaturating the greens, and then they come off more blue, and then we're actually making them warmer as well. Great amount of blue there to get these nice blues, and then just for this style in particular, just bringing up the oranges, because this blue and orange is quite a nice color palette, especially in this image and for his style. Okay, so similar image here, bring down the greens, they go quite blue. Split toning is really important. See how we get these little bit of blue. See, it's just too warm. And now we've got a nice complementary split. Okay, we want the oranges of her face. If you know color theory a little bit, they really complement against these blue greens. So we've got blue here. We're just emphasizing the two tones here. Looks great. Okay, turns how far you want to push it. And then let's make the oranges stand out a bit. Green is very, very, very just forever, any edit, any style you're doing, it's very overpowering. So I see a lot of people desaturating their greens. Now, you might be in different environment. Here's another one where the blues really, really stand out. Like, you want to, whatever the really great color is in your image. So this photographer, he does a really great job of leaning into the colors that are already in his image. So for this one, for example, he has put way more blue in the shadows and way more blue in the highlights. And as a result, it comes off very blue. Now, to take this a little bit further, you've got to understand, like, why is he adding in a purplish blue? Why not just add in a greenish blue? So you can see how the image doesn't look very balanced if it's this tone of blue. Like, it's kind of gross. It's not working good with skin tone. But if you understand color theory really well, and you'll know that a purplish blue will work way better with skin tone, because that will make your oranges a little more red. So maybe a little confusing. Just understand that this might be later in your learning how different colors balance. Okay, so I've got lots of free trainings on color theory if you want to understand more. But again, we're bringing down the greens because we just want this pure blue, yellows to get this orangey tone. And then when you look at his feed, whatever the main color in the image is, that's the color he's trying to bring out. So if there's lots of blues in the image, he'll do lots of blue in the split toning. And then this one, for example, if we reset, you can see the image was just way too warm. Maybe white balance is off a little bit, so just need to reduce the white balance a little. But also adding in the blue color grading really helps us get these blue greens back. Really important. And then there's just so many examples. So watch Luke for example. Here's a great style, really, really cinematic. He has this teal blue and this orange in the highlights. So you can see that's just a super consistent color theme throughout all of his edits. And he does a lot of that in split toning, okay? But then he assists it with a lot of work in the HSL, say making these blues this way. So he gets this really strong, consistent teal and orange grade throughout his tones. But he is also doing that in the curves. Okay, so there's a little less red, which brings, see this tone? The curves show you down here. Okay, so we're adding in more of this like tealy blue. Point out how much these tools into overlap with each other, because a lot of people believe split toning is all you need to get nice consistent edits. You will, if you just rely on split toning, you will just wonder why your edits don't look consistent or they don't look natural. Color is so fine. It's very, very easy to make an image look unnatural, and this whacking blue in the shadows and warmth in the highlights. People think that's color grading, but most of the time you're making your image worse because they don't know how to work with HSL, curves, and white balance in combination with each other. So I just want to show you a few more. So here's Manuela, she's a student in the course, leaning into blue in the shadows, pretty common to do, to be honest, and warmth in the highlights to get this grade. Okay, bringing out all these blues. If you're going for a really nice wedding look, sometimes a lot of warmth in the shadows and highlights can give more of a warm feeling. You might want to do something like this. And just to confuse you all and make you sort of realize there's more to just color grading here is, say this image for example, you might get a lot of your color by just shooting and editing a high temperature. So we get lots of warm tones, and then you add in lots of blue tones. So you get this mix of like warm and cool colors, and then you balance them up. Okay, and then you get this nice warm blue color split. And now here's just another really, really great example of this image looks kind of bland, especially if we reset it. Very bland. We don't like these blues, the purplish blues, and then we just change all these blues by adding in the right amount, okay, of this tealish blue, and even a green in the midtone. So if we get rid of the greens there, okay, that's really important. And then you want to take out colors like, take yellows down, now we've got more blues, take greens down, just so that we're emphasizing the work and color grading. So just really pay attention to how tools overlap. A lot of people don't tell you or explain that to you, and you'll just wonder why your edits don't look natural. Let me know if you have any questions, and catch you next one. Lightroom tells you nothing about color. They just expect you to know all these rules to color. You can really start to learn to create your own style, emulate styles, pick and choose styles, make the right adjustments to photos to achieve the style you want. Links in the description, and catch you in the next one.